Hello, everybody, and welcome to Word Up Wednesday, your weekly midweek word boost. When we first meet the prophet Nehemiah, he is a Jewish exile serving in the court of the king of Persia. Nehemiah was in this situation because for many years the Jewish people had been forced away from their homeland by the Babylonians, who took most of them into captivity. And so Nehemiah finds himself in this foreign place, in the midst of a strange and different culture, trying to survive as a trusted servant of a foreign king. Nehemiah describes his job as cupbearer to the king. Now, traditionally, this would be the servant who would bring the king all of his meals. But he was also responsible for pre-tasting anything that the king might eat or drink, not just to approve the taste, but also to prevent anyone from poisoning the king. Now, depending on the popularity of the king, this could be an undesirable position to be in. But how many of you know that God will put you into a position that has you in the right place at the right time? Nehemiah is not here by chance or by accident, but God has a purpose for him where he is. Again, this is how God sometimes operates in our lives, by putting us in a place where he can use us for his purposes. It may be a strange place, it may be a foreign place, it may be an undesirable place, but God has you there for a reason. God has you in the right place at the right time. God told Nehemiah to go back home, but not just go back home and live there, but to go back and help build the home place back to where it used to be. To go back and rebuild the walls, to go back and refortify the city, to go back and restore the former glory of Jerusalem. Nehemiah prayed about this and came up with a plan. In other words, he converted his praying into action. And this is where we too often miss the blessing that God has in store for us, because we fail to follow up our prayers with action. We pray, we worship, we sing, we praise, we shout, and then too often we do nothing. But Nehemiah got busy. He came up with a plan, and God opened the door for Nehemiah to ask the king for permission to go back home to Jerusalem and do the work that the Lord had laid on his heart. Do you see what happened here? Nehemiah prayed, Nehemiah took action, and God opened a door. Nehemiah prayed. God put him in the right position. Nehemiah took action, and God opened a door. And Nehemiah would walk right through that door and begin the work that the Lord had set before him. God placed Nehemiah in the right place at the right time, and Nehemiah responded by seeking God's guidance and acting accordingly. Hey, but what about us? What about you and I? How will we respond when God has us in that right place at the right time? Till next time, word up.